visual vision, vivid hints that my hell has returned. Visceral mementos that I try to ignore, but I'm just kidding myself. It happens, the lights begin to shake and the world begins to pulsate. I feel dizzy, nauseous, and all perception becomes static. The anxiety, the fear is happening again. I feel a building pressure that starts at a point behind my right brow. It intensifies rapidly like a blade was being forced into my skull through my eye. The pain radiates to my whole eye socket like the knife exploded into shards. Fracture and shrapnel of pain erupt through my head in a burst that repeats like a slowly reloaded shotgun. Bang, bang, bang. The only thing that keeps me from screaming is that all sound screams louder than thought. The pain radiates like a wave from the front of my skull to the back. My thoughts melt like plastic in a fire. Light becomes intolerable and I seek darkness like a cockroach. The pain surges in waves, clearing thought, clearing conscience is just void. For hours I cannot think or coordinate other than to grip my face and rock back and forth and side to side as my body doesn't know what to do. I can't eat, I can't sleep, I can't escape it. This is hell and I am in it, alone. Hours pass and the waves of melange and ache reach a pace where I manage to function minimally, crawling out from my cave with my ears and eyes covered, wanting to die. Death would be a mercy and I crave release as hours turn into days. I lose track of time and the sun and moon rise and set on my anguish. I cannot rest as my head won't let me. When the lethargy takes me, I simply lie paralyzed. It's fitful and non-restful, but I steal the moments of unconsciousness like air. I feel like I'm both burning and drowning in pain, waiting for it to be over. Several nights have passed and the lack of sleep gives me nightmare fuel hallucinations. Voices whispering nothing at every corner, hypersensitivity and paranoia. Sick images like monsters lurk in the creeping lights that struggle against my sanctuary of abyss. I try to distract myself to make time slip by faster, playing mindless slow games. All screens dark, all sounds as low as possible. The low sound there to drown the ringing in my head. Nearly a week passes, or it's sometimes longer, but a moment I was waiting for arrives. Release like a snap of a rubber band breaking. The pain releases. I feel used up, beaten up, and tired beyond reason. Like a crash test dummy, I've come apart at all joints and my mind is empty. I feel violated, alone, depressed, and with no one but myself to blame. I grieve for the life that I've lost in the days of hell as the world has moved on without me in it. Will I be forgiven for going down again? Does my love's heart still cherish me despite my absence? Will this cycle of hell ever let me go? Or will I die in it? I live for the times between hells, and I realize that the worst part is a snap that release a great and terrible snap, like a tether letting go as I begin to free fall into depression from which there is no escape. This time is the worst because it's the point when I become human again and realize what the hell this really is. I mourn losses of jobs, of blossoming friendships and relationships, and of the bitterness of the pain that makes me forget that loss. I climb out of my hell, my dungeon, my cave, and I'm out to the surface. I try not to look behind me at bacon sucking more. I do my best to forget that this hell will happen again in a few weeks. A new hell will devour me, chew me up and leave me in pieces. I have to put myself together again, and it's a slow process. I've gotten so good at it, as it's the only skill I could develop from this repeat event that makes any sense. Somehow the pieces don't always fit together exactly the same way they did before the hell started. I live for the times between hells. I live, and that is all I can do.